In 2013, America and Britain had not gone to the UN and were planning to go to the UN. In this operation, we had been to the UN and it had been vetoed.
Yes. It's an extremely interesting debating point, but if I put it very politely, as a point of order, I'm afraid it would be, in old-fashioned O-level terms, unclassified.
Indeed.
Order. I don't know what's happened to the honourable gentleman from North Dorset. Decades ago, when he was at Oxford University as a student, my wife always said to me subsequently he was a very well-behaved young man. He seems to have regressed since then. It's very unsatisfactory. He's got to try to improve his condition. And we can't have people constantly ranting from a sedentary position. And the Leader of the Opposition will be heard. Let's be clear about that. And so will every other speaker. Jeremy Corbyn.
As Canterbury does not have its own Conservative MP, I have been asked by local Conservative members, activists and supporters to set out their views, as expressed to me, in the hope that Conservative MPs will read this before voting on the draft Brexit deal. As a marginal seat in the heart of Kent, the Canterbury constituency is on the political frontline for both Brexit and the next general election. Conservatives here fear the deal proposed offers a bleak prospect for both party and country. They hope you will weigh an alternative. The majority of our Conservative members, activists and supporters voted Leave in 2016. They were not motivated by bigotry. Our constituency welcomes 7 million tourists every year. We are proud to host 40,000 students from around the world, and our local businesses trade globally. Conservatives have an optimistic and outward-looking worldview. The vote for Brexit was born of a desire to enhance sovereignty, create opportunity and embrace the future. Conservative supporters who called for Brexit voted in good faith. They deserve recognition that they knew what they voting for. In Kent, people know that disruption needs mitigation. We have seen steps proposed in Operation Brock applied many times before. We marked agreements like the Treaty of Canterbury regarding the Channel Tunnel that facilitated trade before the European Union and will continue to have force regardless of Brexit. And now, we see neighbours across the Channel, like Holland, introducing new laws for an amicable no-deal outcome. Evidently, those neighbours believe that is a sensible option. I am sure most constituency chairs like me have received a huge number of messages from those who oppose the draft withdrawal agreement and political declaration. Our supporters fear it springs from the same well as last year's general